This is Trig Unit Review number 2, questions number 12 and 13. So number 12 says find the exact value under the given condition sine alpha equals 12 over 13, where alpha is a value between 0 and pi over 2, and cosine beta equals 21 over 29, where beta is a value between 0 and pi over 2. Find cosine alpha plus beta. The formula to do this, cosine alpha plus beta equals cosine alpha cosine beta minus sine alpha sine beta. Okay, so I just wanted you to be aware of that because if I look here, I only have sine alpha and I have cosine beta, and I'm missing cosine alpha and sine beta. So what I need to know here is I need to make some triangles. So we're in quadrant 1. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a triangle. And the reason why I know we're in quadrant 1 is because the stipulation told me I was a value between 0 and pi over 2. So here's pi over 2, here's 0, that's quadrant 1. So I'm going to put alpha here. Now sine is defined as opposite, which is 12, over the hypotenuse, which is 13. I'm looking for the value down there. So I have to use Pythagorean theorem. And if you use Pythagorean theorem, you will find that that missing side is 5. Okay, so I'm going to write out besides alpha. So cosine alpha equals adjacent, which is 5, over the hypotenuse, which is 13. And sine alpha equals 12 over 13, which was given. Okay. I also have to worry about beta. So beta is also in quadrant 1, and the reason why I know that is because the stipulation says it's an angle between 0 and pi over 2. So if I go ahead and draw in this triangle, I'm going to put beta here. I'm given cosine. Cosine is adjacent, which is 21, over a hypotenuse, which is 29. If I use Pythagorean theorem, I'm going to find that missing side to be 20. Okay, so let's write down what we know. Cosine beta equals 21 over 29. And now sine beta, remember sine is opposite, which is 20, over the hypotenuse, which is 29. Now that I have all my values, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to use this formula up here and plug in. Okay, so cosine alpha was 5 over 13. Times cosine beta, which is 21 over 29, minus sine alpha. Sine alpha is 12 over 13 times sine beta, which is 20 over 29. Okay, when we multiply this out, my denominator is going to be 377. This is going to be 105 over 377 minus 240 over 377. And when you do the math, you get 135 over 377, which is my answer. That corresponds to letter B on the answer key. Alright, so that's how you would do a problem like number 12. Let's go ahead and look at number 13. Number 13 reads, express the product as a sum containing only sines and cosines. Sine of 8 theta, cosine of 4 theta. So once again, before we start, we need to know what the product to sum formula is. So I found one that said sine alpha cosine beta equals 1/2 sine alpha plus beta plus sine alpha minus beta. And all we're going to do is plug and play. So 1/2, alpha, by the way, is going to be 8 theta, and beta is going to be 4 theta. So this becomes sine alpha is 8 theta plus beta, which is 4 theta, plus sine of 8 theta minus 4 theta. So this becomes 1/2 sine of 12 theta plus sine of 4 theta. And that's it. That's all I can do with it. This corresponds to answer number, or letter B. I keep on saying number. Okay, so that's that for this one, and I'll do another one for 14 and 15.